Right, we're on. Look at this. GFORCEGolf.com sent me these to try out. Before we start, this is not a paid endorsement. If somebody sends me something that I think's good, I will let people know about it. So, it's a golf club. Little bag of tees and a marker. It's always nice. So there we go, GFORCE. This is a 7-iron. I believe it comes in a wedge. I have a wedge here to try as well. Comes in wedge, comes in driver and putter as well. Fancy white shaft on there. A nice GFORCE grip. Seems a bit soft though. We're going to try this out today, give this a go. This is a training aid obviously, and it's be interesting to find out how this works. Right before we start, this is designed by a PGA Pro called Stuart Small at GFORCEGolf.com. There'll be a link below in the description. I'll give you more information about it after I've done a little review. See what happens. A little bit soft this perhaps. So I've hit a couple with the GFORCE 7-iron. It's highlighted to me how quick my takeaway is, so I need to slow that down for a start. Nice and slow takeaway. Absolutely striking it though. So yeah, it's a training aid that's really going to work on tempo. Having had a few practice swings and a few shots with it, what I find is that it's very much encourages the body to do the job. If hands and arm come into play, we've got far too much flex impact, making strike almost
shuffled.
Music's just started to play, hold on. Yeah, so if it's not body orientated, the hands come into play too much, which makes striking achievable. I get a real sensation of lag with this. I feel as though the body, the large muscles are swinging instead of the small muscles. I guess you could class that as the dog waggling the tail instead of the tail waggling the dog. So I'm really through the shot, the club head's behind me, I can feel lag, I've got awareness of where the club head is. That club head awareness is vital. The slower I swing or the more controlled my body is, allows me to feel where the club head is in space. Now that's hard to feel when you've got a steel shaft and a heavy head. But when you've got a light shaft, a rubber shaft like this, which I think is rubber. So this is a graphite shaft and a T, wooden T. Hear that? Rubber shaft. Dull. So it is of rubber construction, which I guess it'll tell you that online. Letting the body do the job. Large muscles swinging the small muscles, and as I say, feeling that club head where that is in space is very important to any golfer. You can't feel that with a normal golf club, but with this you can, you're completely aware of it. If I'm too handsy and armsy, I'm going to be in a position to impact. Now here, you can see club head passing hands, strike's going to be poor. So getting the large muscles to do the job is what I'm finding initially that this training aid is designed to do. Now if the large muscles do the job, what does that mean about your golf swing? Well, that means you create lag, you create club head awareness, you're able to get ball, turf, strike, you're in just much better golfing positions. And we can feel this club head position, or the weight of the club head being so heavy, which I don't think it is any heavier than a normal club head, but it's because the shaft is so light, that's why I'm able to feel that. Next thing I feel is transition. Because I'm aware of where the club head is, I can feel the transition from the end of the backswing to the start of the downswing. Although the backswing and the downswing never really change. There's no stopping at the top of the backswing into the downswing, in my opinion, because the swing's a constant motion. As I take the club back, my body, before I get to the top of my backswing, my body moves forward. So there's no up to the top and stop, then back down. It's up to the top, as the club continues up to the top, the body goes forward. And you can feel that with this. You can feel that transition, you can feel as you get there, up to the top of your swing. If your body moves forward, you can then feel where this club head is in space. But now your body's away, your body's moved forward, allowing this shaft to work for you. And it's not just this shaft that works for you, it's every golf shaft. All these shafts here, stiff, tour stiff, extra flex, extra flex, X flex. They all work for you, but you can't feel it as much. This just highlights it. And if you can get it right with this, then you'll get the shaft of your normal golf clubs working for you. I've got that. I've got that. It's not easy, but then this is how it should feel. This is what you should be getting from your golf club. You should be able to feel that transition, understand tempo, be aware of where the club head is, and the G-force, well, it highlights all that for you. That was the best yet. Slower takeaway there, you see. Able to feel the transition more at the top. Club's pretty good. Hit 10 or 12 balls, not worn away yet. A great bit of kit. So here's a word for you. Everything I've talked about getting the body, the large muscles to swing the small muscles, and the dog to waggle the tail. What is that in the golf swing? What is that? What's the word we're looking for to explain all that or describe all that? Sequencing. So this creates great sequencing. I'm up here. I feel how the body starts to downswing as the arms are still going back. I feel the club head where it is in space. I can feel the lag. I'm getting that turf strike, the ball turf strike, all from this crazy rubber G-force shaft. I like it. So I'm now able to add a little bit more speed to this on the downswing. Slowly to the top, sequencing the golf swing, understanding the transition, knowing exactly where the club head is. That's key for me. And getting the ball out there. As I say, there's a wedge as well. Nice looking wedge, isn't it? So we're kind enough to give him the wedge to try as well. We'll do that another day. Today's not great weather for it. But be using bunkers as well. You can play it in the sand. You can imagine the loft and the speed you're going to generate if you're getting your shaft kicking a wee bit further forward. As you play the bunker shot, that's adding loft. That's encouraging the bounce to come into play. Lets you understand how your golf club needs to work when you're in the sand. Having said that though, if you master the 7-iron, you'll never be in the sand. You get the driver of the 7-iron correct, you'll never be in the sand. Right, here we go, one more. Up to the top, nice and slow, body's moving ahead, feeling this club behind me. We're on. Before we finish, I'll hit a few shots in slow motion. I'll let you have a look at that and you'll be able to see what the shaft's actually doing. We'll be able to find out if the shaft's actually doing everything that I've said it's doing. That is the final product. That's class. Let's do a couple of slow motion shots now and just see what the club's actually doing at impact. Let's see, and at the top of the swing, see if you can see the bend in the shaft in slow mo. One thing I never mentioned there was how passive it makes the hands feel. Your hands do very little. It's not as if you're swinging from the wrists with this, it's all from the left shoulder through impact. So the fulcrum comes up here instead of the left wrist. And therefore you're less handsy, less chance of flipping because the body's doing the job. The large muscles are swinging the small muscles, so the hands and wrists are out of it. The wrists become much more passive, and I love that. That's everything I teach in golf, is trying to quieten down those wrists, become a little bit more mechanical's not the word, but certainly more regimental in being body orientated instead of fast twitch, hands and arms, muscles doing the job. It's a win, that, isn't it? So there we go, thanks very much GFORCE for sending me these golf clubs. Fantastic, great idea, love it. Stuart Small, designer of it. Links are below in the description, so take you to the website there. As I say, I'm not getting paid for this. Do you know, these can be used on the golf course. Driver, add a couple of irons, go and play 9 holes. That might be another video, we'll see.